is a man?
What is it?
Yeah, what is a man?
What is a man?
You don't know?
Do you?
Do you know what a man is?
Are you one?
Do you know what a man is?
Are you a man?
Is that your responsibility?
Are you a man?
So that's your responsibility?
I'm asking you. You answer me, and then I'll answer you.
No, I'm asking you what is a man?
Are you a man?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. So we're going to watch this interview from Jesse Lee Peterson where he's sitting down with this abortion doctor, OBGYN, I believe. And he absolutely gets destroyed. And it is pure entertainment. Entertainment at its best. So let's not waste any time. Get straight into this video. But guys, hit the like button down below. It really helps the channel out. Let's get into it.
You are the physician plaintiff in a federal lawsuit preventing the closing of a Mississippi-only abortion clinic.
Correct.
Is that true? You know, I went down to Mississippi and protested that clinic. We've been fighting to get that clinic closed for a long time.
That's important. That's unfortunate.
It's going to happen.
Because you are indifferent to what that means to the women, right?
I'm sorry?
There are actually 7 states where there's only one clinic. You're going to go to each state to protest where there's one clinic left?
Don't give me any ideas.
Oh, well, I hope you, well, if I can give you that idea, you're late to the game. And you're not the only one who thinks that they have ultimate say-so over what women should be able to do with their bodies, and that you're indifferent to what it means to women, that you're indifferent to...
Should the father have a say-so about his child?
Should the father have the say-so over a process that's going on in a woman's body? No.
Is that his child in the woman's body?
A pregnancy, when a woman is carrying a pregnancy, whoever she decides the paternity is related to, and if they have the kind of relationship where she wants to have that, a woman doesn't have to relinquish control of her body to anyone.
Is that his child inside of her body?
I guess it depends on what state you're in, right? There are states that say that a woman, before she can end a pregnancy, has to get the permission of a man, even if he's a rapist. So
is that his child inside the woman's body?
Yeah, no, because a woman doesn't have property.
You didn't really say no.
No, it's not his child. It's if they continue that pregnancy,
well,
give
how
birth,
is it her
it's
child
their
then?
Child, right?
How is it her child?
When she gives birth. Well, as I said to you, when
you really said no, it's not his child.
It's not as a property as he has some claim over this woman's body.
You put all that extra stuff onto it.
Okay.
You just said no, it's not his child.
It's not his child. It's their child. Whose child is it? It's their child if they have a joint enterprise, right?
Should he have a say-so in that?
Not unless he can take all the risks that go with continuing the pregnancy, no.
It's amazing, man.
Okay, all right.
So tell me about this case.
I know it's amazing to have somebody to think critically and to not just kind of roll over and let you run over them because you ask questions that have an agenda. But yeah, that can be amazing when you hear that other people can think too.
So you believe you're thinking?
Well, the evidence, as you said, the proof's in the pudding.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. Did he just say that? Go back. That is brutal. Oh my God.
Have an agenda, but yeah, that can be amazing when you hear that other people can think too.
So you believe you're thinking?
Well, the evidence, as you said, the proof's in the pudding.
So let me ask, tell me about the case down in Mississippi. Is it going to be heard by the Supreme Court?
The Supreme Court has already ruled that Mississippi clinic will not be closing.
Oh man, we got more work to do there.
You're entitled to do all the work you want. That's why we're a nation of laws, and the Supreme Court has spoken.
So does it bother you that every day, according to Black Genocide, that every day between 1,200 to 1,500 black babies are aborted every day?
It doesn't, because I don't abort babies. No, it doesn't, because abortions come from unplanned, unwanted pregnancies or lethally flawed ones. And unplanned pregnancies, African American women, followed by Latina women, have the highest rate of unplanned pregnancy. So it stands to reason that when a woman has an unplanned pregnancy and she decides not to keep it, that the people going to have the highest rate of abortion are going to be the people who have the highest rate of unintended pregnancy.
Does it make it right just because?
The thing is, they don't advocate for these people not to have unplanned pregnancies, right? They just say you can have abortions instead of saying close your legs. Stop having sex with random men. Cancel the whole hookup culture or whatever it's called, right? They don't want to talk about that. Having babies out of wedlock, that's also a problem as well. We have to talk about. They never advocate for stopping any of those things. They just say you can just have an abortion.
unplanned that they should kill the child?
Well, it makes it
Doesn't make it
right
right.
that a
Why
person
not
can
take
make their own
responsibility?
decision.
So
they
you-
are taking responsibility. They're not continuing pregnancies that they don't want.
So as a black American, seeing the devastating state of most black people in the country today, you're literally not bothered that every day between 1,200 to 1,300, 1,400 black babies are aborted. You're not bothered.
I'm not bothered by the fact that women are able to act in their own behalf. And I'm also not bothered by the fact that the majority of those women were already challenged around having the resources to raise the babies that they have. So for me to take people already living in misery and to compound that misery by insisting that they're going to have a baby that they can't take care of. Where are you when the baby's ill? Where are you when the mother gets kicked out of her house with all these babies
So
and
you're
a newborn?
justifying abortion right now.
No, I'm justifying
You're
women being
justifying
empowered to make the
wrongdoing.
decisions that they know best about their lives. Not you, not me, not other folk who couldn't give a care about what happens to those babies after they're born.
So as a doctor,
Crazy thing
did you
is,
make
man, these people are sick, bro. They always want to talk about the misery of having children when they're unplanned, but they never talk about the misery of having an abortion, because I don't recall or ever hear anybody that had an abortion that doesn't regret it, right? That doesn't, or at least have some type of trauma, right? They always glorify abortion, but never talk about the negative consequences of having an abortion, whether it be physically or mentally, because there are sometimes physical consequences as well that are permanent. They never want to talk about that, but they always want to talk about the misery of having children, but they never want to talk about the beauty of having children, right? These people are evil. These people are absolutely evil and demonic.
more money before you start performing abortions or after you start
What
to
difference would
perform
it make?
abortions?
But since you raised the question, I'm a board certified obstetrician gynecologist with 27 years experience. And what I make performing abortions is below what I can make if I didn't do abortions. So what's your point?
Do you make more money?
What's your point?
Do you make more money? Did you start making more money before you started to perform
I make
abortion?
more money
or
after. I make more money. I make less money than I could make. I make enough money to take care of myself. But
So did
what
you start to
difference does it make?
Did you start making more money after you started to
What
perform
difference does it
abortion?
make how much money I make?
It's important because that might be your motivation.
Well, whatever my motivation is, if I get paid for the services I provide, I'm entitled to get
so
paid.
when did you start making more money? Making money
why does
before
that
or
matter?
after?
I'm a private citizen. I don't have to answer to you about what my finances are.
And why
How much
not?
money do you make?
I didn't ask you how much. I
Tell
asked
me.
you when did you
Tell me.
when did you start making more money after you started performing abortions or after?
Tell me how much you make, and I'll tell you. If you tell me how much you make, and then I can tell you, because I know what I was making before and after. If you tell me how much you make, I can tell you I was making more money than you do before or after. So that's my answer to you.
Let me ask, what is a man?
What is it?
Yeah, what is a man?
What is a man?
You don't know?
Do you?
Do you know what a man is?
Are you one?
Do you know what a man is?
Are you a man?
Is that your response to me?
Are you a man?
So that's your response
I'm
to me?
asking
right now?
you. You answer me, then I'll answer you.
No, I'm asking you what is a man?
Are you a man?
So what is love?
What is a man?
What is love?
What is it?
What are you doing? You're not going to answer the question.
I'll answer your
You're
question.
my guest. You're the expert. You're the doctor. You're supposed to be answering these questions.
Well, if
What
you
is a
tell me
man?
what you tell me what a man is, and then I can tell you whether I believe that a man is what you think it is or whether it's not.
Do you know what it is?
I do.
What is it?
What is tell me your definition. I'll tell you if I agree with you.
You're not going to answer that because we're running out of time and you're wasting my time.
It's a waste of your time. Well, I can leave
No.
if it's a waste of your time.
Do you want to tell me what
is this
as
a waste
far
of your
as
time?
Plot-wise, is a waste of time.
Okay.
So you don't know what a man is?
I do.
What is a man?
What kind of test is this? What is a man? What is a man? That's a rhetorical question. If you're talking about a human being,
This is the mentally ill test, right? This is are you a sane individual test, right? This is a great litmus test to figure out if somebody is a lunatic or not, right? This is the lunatic test. Can you define what a man is, and can you define what a woman is? I love this. This should be the basis of figuring out if somebody is actually sane mentally or not. If they can answer this question,
a person that's on the phylogenetic scale, that has the ability to think, that has motor function, that can reproduce. If you're talking about a man as opposed to a female, what's the question? I need more precision. What are you asking me?
Apparently you don't know what a man is. Ask.
Okay.
Do you love black people?
I love all people.
And what is love?
What is love?
Are you not understand that either?
Well, see, you're asking me rhetorical questions, and I'm returning your rhetorical question, and then you don't like a rhetorical question, but you want me to answer one.
Do you love the unborn child?
I love people.
How about the unborn child?
Unborn children aren't people. I don't know what an unborn child is. I know what a fetus is. I know what a pregnancy is, but I don't know what.
Do you love the fetus?
I love women and their pregnancies. If a woman's carrying a fetus and she wants to continue, I love and will support her ability to support that. If a woman's pregnant and is carrying a fetus and she no longer wishes to carry that pregnancy, or if her health prohibits her from doing so, I love her enough to help her accomplish her goals safely.
Amazing. This past June.
But let me ask you a question. How can you say you love a pregnancy more than you love the woman carrying it?
I love both.
Okay, so when it's not in the best interest of a woman to continue a pregnancy, how can you prioritize the fetus over the woman who's carrying the pregnancy?
Because the child should have a chance to live.
What about a female child who's carrying a child? Does a woman have a right to thrive?
She has a right, and so does the unborn child.
Okay, and so when those interests are competing, whose interests
They're
are
not
important?
competing.
Are you a doctor? Are you a doctor?
Only in the ego mind of the selfish woman that want to kill the child. You don't have to be a doctor to know that, man.
You don't have to be a doctor to know.
So,
can you diagnose when a pregnancy is normal or abnormal?
Let me ask this. This past June, you were interviewed as part of a Shout Your Abortion event in Seattle. Mm-hmm. What is Shout Your Abortion?
Shout Your Abortion is an effort by women to reject the stigma and shame that people who feel like they're able to tell women what to do with their bodies, and that because they can't physically prohibit them, that they try and shame them away from making their own decisions. They've decided to not stand in the shadows, just like gay people have decided not to hide their being gay anymore.
And so they're trying to take the shame out of killing the unborn child.
Well, you can frame it however you want.
I was down at a slut walk down in Los Angeles last Sunday, and they're trying to take the shame out of being sluts.
Okay. Well,
why do they want to take the shame out of it?
They want to take the shame out of being sluts the same way people try to take the sting out of folk calling them niggers, right?
Amazing.
Amazing. What's so amazing about people when people call you names beyond your, when people call you names that are intended to disparage or to embarrass or to harm you, when you can't change your name, maybe you can change the meaning of the word. And so maybe they are trying to use
calling you a name and having an abortion or being want to be perceived as a slut is not the same thing. But I saw a video of you there, and you were on stage with an actress by the name of Martha. What was Martha's last name?
Her name is Martha Plimpton.
Plimpton. And she was cheering on, yes, I had an abortion in Seattle. Yep. And you're not the only place I've had this abortion.
Yep.
And she said she wanted to Yelp review of her abortion. What was going through your mind?
She's a comedian, and
when this woman was sitting there celebrating killing her unborn children?
What was going through my mind was she was telling people who think like you that I don't really care what you think of me. And then the same way that black people had to tell white people when they called us niggers and they said that, you know, somebody with your color skin can't become a physician. She was telling them, I don't really care what you think about me. And I support anybody who finds enough self-dignity and self-love to say to folk who judge and to stigmatize and shame them that I don't really care what you think about me.
You're judging the people who disagree with you about what you're doing.
No, I don't
yes,
judge.
You are. You're judging them.
Well, no.
Well, yes.
Well, I've never said that you don't have a right to think.
But you're judging me.
But you know what
I
would have done? I know I'm not judging you because you disagree.
Yes, you are.
I'm exposing myself to your judgment. I'm pushing back on the judgment that you're imposing on me. It would have been useful.
Your judgment on me.
If you had let people know, I came on your show in good faith. I didn't Google you. I don't know anything about you. I thought we were going to have a conversation. We've had a conversation. As far as I'm concerned, it's productive because I walked into a situation where I didn't know that you were going to be hostile, or I thought this was going to be.
I'm not being hostile.
I thought this was going to be.
You don't want to hostile.
Well, no, I'm being
threatening to leave and carry on.
Well, the reason I threatened to leave because I threatened to leave because I don't have to be disrespected, right? And I felt disrespected by you.
Let me ask. You received that Margaret Sanger Award from.
I love how he just moves on. This guy is a genius, yo.
Planned Parenthood. Is that
I
right?
did.
Amazing.
What's amazing about that?
Because Planned Parenthood.
Respected by you.
Let me ask. You received that Margaret Sanger Award from Planned Parenthood. Is that
I
right?
did.
Amazing.
What's amazing about that?
Because Planned Parenthood is wicked to the core.
Okay.
They sold the unborn child body parts for profit. Are you okay with that?
It's a shame that you are sitting here.
Are you okay with that?
Repeating falsehoods. I'm not respectfully. I'm not calling you a liar, but you're repeating lies. You're repeating lies. Everything about those videos that were workshopped and created have been debunked. The people who made them are about to go to jail, and somehow you, as a journalist and as a published author, I would give you
been debunked. That's not true. Tell the truth, man.
Well, it's been debunked.
You're not telling the truth. That's why you're looking down at the floor.
Well, I'm looking down because
I was just about to say that. He was literally looking down the whole time. He doesn't even believe his own BS. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Because you don't want me to see you're not telling the truth.
Oh, I'm telling the truth. I
that
can look you in the eye.
has not been debunked.
Yeah. Well, how many Planned Parenthoods have been closed?
No, why are you saying that it is not true?
I'm saying that not one Planned Parenthood has been closed, despite all of the government scrutiny where they went in and checked and looked for everything. Not one Planned Parenthood has been closed. Not one person's been indicted. Not one person's gone to jail.
Do you consider yourself a feminist?
Yes, I'm a feminist.
No wonder you didn't know what a man was.
I don't know about you guys, but I find that doctor to be
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The entertainment value is just uncomparable. There's nothing better than watching one of his interviews. Hilarious. There's nothing better than this. Nothing on TV, not sports, not reality TV, not even the news. This is peak entertainment. I love watching his interviews. But yeah, this guy is absolute lunatic. This guy is delusional. He's an activist. He's not a doctor. He's not a doctor. He's an activist turned doctor trying to push his evil, deranged, demonic agenda. He is proud of his award from Margaret Sanger. He doesn't even know the history of Planned Parenthood and Margaret Sanger, right? These are the same people that advocate for abortions, but also at the same time advocate for illegal immigration into this country as well, which is a demise to the black community as a whole. These people, these so-called pro-black activists are destructive to the black community. Destructive. Not only are they killing black babies in masses, but they also, I guarantee you, this guy is for open borders and mass migration. He's also open to replacing the black community as a whole. Right? These people, everything they advocate for is destructive to the community. Period. I don't care what nobody say. But anyway, hope you got as much entertainment as I did from this interview. Hilarious. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Let me know what your opinions are down below. And of course, if you are brand new, consider hitting subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.